Peace and profits, family, and welcome back to Wize Plays WNBA at Wize Sports Bettin. Today is Friday, August 22nd, and this is the first data-based educational sports betting channel launched by a black woman in the world. Yay! Friendly reminder, this is not a picks channel, okay? Y'all trying to make it a picks channel, but it's not. This is not a picks channel. It's an educational channel using plays to teach you how to spot trap lines. I just throw in my personal plays sometimes and some parlays and stuff. So with that being said, all right, Sharp, let's start looking for trap lines, all right? We got 3 games on the slate today, the WNBA slate, that is. And the first game is Seattle Storm at Dallas Wings. This game airs at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. The money line is Storm minus 360, Wings plus 285. The total is 169. Betting over the total is at minus 110. Under is also at minus 110. The spread is Storm minus 8.5 at minus 108. Wings plus 8.5 at minus 112. The Storm is 18-8. Wings are 9-27. Storm is clearly the stat best in this matchup, and these two have met 3 times. Wings won the last matchup by 24 points. It was 87-63 for a total of 150. But Ogunbowale was in that game, and Beckers wasn't. Now Ogunbowale is out for the rest of the season, and JJ is out too, but Beckers will be in tonight's game. First 2 games this season, the Storm won. So they won 2 out of 3. Game 1, May 19th, 79-71. The Storm won by 8 points for a total of 150. They keep hitting that 150 on the total, y'all. Have y'all noticed that? Game 2, June 3rd. Storm won by 6 points, 83-77 for a total of 160. Now, the Storm's road record is 10-8. The Storm's road record is 10-8. Wings are 5-13 at home. In their last 10 games, Wings are 2-8, averaging 83 points per game, 33.1 rebounds, and 21.5 assists. Storm is slightly better, winning 3 of their last 10, averaging 87.6 points per game. They're lower on the rebound at 31.5, and slightly more on assists at 22.9. So the stat best team is the Storm, but it's real slight, okay? I want to note that Becker scored 44 points in her last game, and Ogunbowale wasn't even in it, so don't try to give her no credit. She did that all by herself, okay? And Beckers just might break out again, all right? But I generally rock with the stat best. This is a stat best based channel, and even though their edge is slight, my money line pick is the stat best team, the Storm. Beckers might break out again, but I don't see her beating the whole team by herself, y'all, okay? So, the money line is definitely the Storm. The total, I'm going under 169. If it was around 163 through 165, I'd hesitate. But at 169, it's like the books are baiting that with Becker's hot hand that the Sparks is going to have a shootout. Let me rephrase that. The books are baiting with Becker's hot hand and that Sparks shootout that she just had, that you're going to just bank on that again. But just so you know, Seattle tend to grind games down, especially against weaker rosters. Dallas is going to have to work for buckets, basically. Becker's averages 19.7 points per game. I really don't think this is going to be another historic shootout, all right? I'm locked in under the 169 on the total, plus their last 3 games went under. Now the spread, I'm looking for the Storm to cover at minus 8.5. Dallas is running low on fumes, and so that's why I lean that way to cover, for the Storm to cover. So the recap, money line Storm, total under 169, Storm to cover the spread. But props to Paige for keeping Dallas watchable, but I ain't biting. I think the books are dangling that high number off her last game, all right? Next up, Minnesota Lynx at Indiana Fever. The game starts at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. The money line is Lynx minus 238, Fever plus 195. The total is 163.5. And I hate that the total has a hook. That 0.5, it just throws me, okay? But betting over the 163.5 is at minus 110, and under is also at minus 110. And the spread is Lynx minus 7 at minus 110, Fever plus 7 at minus 110, okay? Now, y'all know I'm from Indiana, and Clark is my girl, but she's still out, all right? The Lynx are 28-7, and they're 11-6 away. The Fever are 19-6 and 10-8 at home. Now the Lynx are the stat best. These two teams, I should say, only met once this season, and that was the Commissioner's Cup final back on July 1st. Fever won without Clark, 74-59, behind Natasha Howard, 16-12. She got MVP. So the Fever proved they can beat the Lynx without Caitlin Clark. Collier was in part of that game, but she left early due to a back injury. And Collier is out today, so they say, but it's iffy. She might show up. But I personally am betting on Indy. But the stat best team is the Lynx. Collier is questionable. If she plays, it's definitely the Lynx. Even with her limping, I have to go with the Lynx. If she out, I'm locking Indy. So I'm going to keep my eye on betting live, but my money line pick is the Lynx because they are the stat best. But just so y'all know, I'm personally betting on the Fever because they beat Lynx without Caitlin. But it's really not a sharp bet because Cunningham, Colson, and McDonald are out. So the Fever is rolling with no point guards. So y'all go ahead and bet on the Lynx. Don't do like Auntie. I very seldom bet on emotion, and all the guards are out, but I'm going to rock with Indy, but the smart money line bet is the Lynx, all right? With or without Collier, the Lynx got more to offer. Now, the total, 163.5. I'm going under, okay? Because both teams are missing their primary offensive stars, so it will be a slower pace, choppier execution, lower scoring ceiling. Lynx without Collier have struggled to crack 80. They only scored 133 points in that Commissioner's Cup I mentioned. Clark and Collier, Clark was out and Collier leaving early, so I'm locking the under. No shade to Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Alana Smith, and Jaylen Brown, though they've been holding it steady without Collier. Minnesota's been averaging 85 points per game without Collier, but only 2 of those games went over 161.5. In their 5 games without Collier, 4 were under 163.5, so I'm locking the under. The spread is a trap line. You hear me? The books know casuals see Fever missing Clark plus 3 guards and think easy Lynx blowout. But the reality is Lynx without Collier haven't been blowing anyone out. Only one of their last 5 games covered -7. So I'm fading the spread altogether. The spread is a trap line for me. Okay, I can't even go there with you, dog. I can't even lock that. The spread is a trap line. All right. So recap: money line Lynx under 163.5, and I could be wrong if Kelsey gets hot from 3, but Kelsey is very unpredictable. She's hit or miss. So I'm locking the under 163.5, and I'm fading the spread. Last game on the slate is Golden State Valkyries at Phoenix Mercury, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The money line is Golden State plus 195, Mercury minus 238. The total is 155.5. I hate these hooks. Betting over 155.5 is at minus 110. Under also at minus 110. The spread is Golden State plus 5.5 at minus 110. Mercury is minus 5.5 at minus 110. Now, the stat best team is the Mercury. They 21-14 and 11-6 at home. Golden State is 18-17, 8-10 away. I ain't even gonna hold you, family. My money line pick is the Mercury. They beat Golden State in all 4 of their matchups this season. The totals in those games, 3 out of 4 went over 155.5. So I like the over 155.5. Mercury covered the spread in 3 or 4 of those games, so I'm locking Mercury to cover the spread. So recap. I know that was quick, but recap. Money line, Mercury, total over 155.5. and Mercury to cover the spread. And plus, Golden State has a few notable players out. They front court is suffering more right now. So thanks for watching Wize Plays WNBA. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with a sports betting friend if you found this video interesting or entertaining in any way. And remember, bet wise and never bet more than you can afford to lose, all right? See you on the next one, and good luck to you on all your open bets. Oh, and don't forget to check out Wize Sports Betting Shorts channel for Major League Baseball picks and content that's not seen here, all right? And thank you to all my new subscribers for rocking with me, because you'll never know how much I appreciate it, all right? See you on the next one. And thank you for answering that poll. It seems like everybody wants the Bettin 101 video that covers how to spot good player props. So that'll be the next Bettin 101. See you on the next one.